morning, and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, August 28th. Our top stories for the day. Wes is going to take us back to Brazil, back to the Amazon, talk about the G7 funding, and maybe evidence that the fires are overblown, just like all the people who have been talking shit to Wes have been saying all week.
Yeah, I mean, the lungs of the world are still on fire, so we got to go back to Brazil.
People have been talking shit to you, Wes?
No, not really. Just people spreading their own proudness that they found something that the Amazon... fucking... Good job, everyone.
Been getting a lot of DMs.
Goes to show you for standing up for something, Wes.
Yeah, I know. Never again.
All right, and then Mark, Pat, and I will take us through a news buffet of other headlines. Take us back to Brazil, Wes.
Yes, for the third night in a row, we're going back to Brazil. That's because the fires in the Earth's lungs are still burning. And the feud between French President Emmanuel Macron and Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro is also still burning.
Sadly, that's why we're going back.
Yeah,
actually.
Really, that's the reason. And
But it seems to be a one-way beatdown, though.
so far, yeah, I mean, he kind of pulled the ace.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for Macron, when you type in French president, the first word Google suggests adding to that phrase is wife.
Ugly wife.
Yeah. So
Second one's ugly wife.
yeah, so clearly the mean-spirited
Well,
comments.
I think it's probably old wife.
Yeah.
When he first
Old wife,
ran
yeah.
for French president, there was a gigantic stir about how weird it is that he's married to her because he's 41 and she's 66.
Yeah, 25 years.
Very mature.
Gotta
Yeah?
tell you, I threw a Google at it.
Yeah, of course. Everyone did.
And I'm, wasn't that bad.
You got to get a look at this old broad.
Wasn't that bad.
Women are like wine there. That's very true.
He definitely has a certain fetish, and if you take one look at his wife, you'll know exactly
Yes.
what his porn search
It's
history
fetish
is.
level. It's fetish level, that's for sure.
He's got a lot of dusty, unopened wine bottles.
Yeah.
Don't touch that one.
Let's just say a lot of his searches start with the M word.
Yeah.
All right, but that's
Or
beside the
G.
point. That's besides. Yeah, exactly. That's besides the point, guys. We aren't here to talk about Macron's wife. We are here to talk about what a psycho.
Are we not?
Well, we could all day, I'm sure.
Okay, cool, because I got to tell you, she's very tan.
She's not ugly at all.
She's leathery.
She's very pretty.
She's not ugly at all.
She ain't Bolsonaro's wife.
She's not like a 32-year-old Brazilian, but she's not ugly.
I'm going to Google it right now while you're telling the story.
All right, so we are here to talk about the psycho that Bolsonaro is being when it comes to putting out the raging fires in the Amazon rainforest, a.k.a. the lungs of the world, which, as we all know, produce 20% of the world's oxygen. So
Some say, Wes.
big deal. Some say.
No, we all know it, but then some
Produces
people,
and consumes,
some people say
right?
it consumes all 20% of that, so it's a wash.
Right,
Not
yeah.
according to Forbes
Yeah.
magazine.
Send me an article.
No, Forbes says they produce it and consume it, so we don't get any of it. It's just all for the
Respiration.
Right, it's all for the animals and the trees, which
Yeah,
is
and that was
fine.
not published as like an opinion piece. That was published as fact.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Science Facts in the Money magazine.
So anyway, yesterday, Bolsonaro's reps said that he was going to refuse the $20-some million in aid that the G7 countries wanted to provide Brazil to help with the fires.
What the fuck?
Yeah, quoting Bolsonaro, he said, "Take your fucking money and shove it up Macron's wife's old wrinkly ass."
He did not.
No, he didn't say that.
All right.
He didn't say that. However, just an hour after the media reported he would reject the offer, Bolsonaro had this to say of the report decline. "Did I say that? Did I? Did Jair Bolsonaro speak?" So,
He third persons
third
himself.
person himself, yeah.
Of course he does.
Right, yeah. So even though
That's
his
so on brand for him.
yeah. So even though his communications office did say the offer was rejected, Bolsonaro, probably facing heavy criticism for being a big old baby, declined and took a step back. However, he did say that Jair Bolsonaro will not accept the offer until Jair Bolsonaro is apologized to.
Really?
No,
Did he say that?
He didn't say that either.
All right.
No. I'm sure it was something
He thought
along
it.
those lines.
He definitely thought it.
Yeah, exactly.
You really had some fun with this one. I like it.
Yeah, me too. So specifically, Macron's comments that Bolsonaro lied to Macron about climate commitments during some recent trade negotiations are what has him all fired up. He really hates being called a liar, so much so that he's willing to let the whole Amazon burn.
Yeah.
So
You watch how serious I am.
yeah, exactly.
I love the move though of like demanding an apology from a guy you just told him his wife is ugly.
Yeah, it's
Like
tough
you
apology.
you just said that. It's still cooling down from that comment, and then you demand an apology.
What's
from
your favorite bird? Extinct now.
Yeah, it's bold, to say the least. So the remarks kept coming when Bolsonaro's chief of staff, likely just saying what Bolsonaro told him to say, said, "Macron is unable to avoid a preventable fire in a church that is at a World Heritage Site, and he wants to show us what is good for our country.
Holy
He
shit.
has a lot to look at after home and the French colonies. So.
I haven't heard that incense of a burn on the Notre Dame burning since PFT's tweet.
Right. Yeah. The difference is here, one is an 850-year-old church, and the other is living things in a rainforest.
Macron could not have prevented that.
Right, the church, you have like 2 hours.
Yeah.
The rainforest has been burning for like a month.
You can't smoke a cigarette within 100 yards of that church, or it lights up.
Yeah, that's true.
You're farting there wrong.
There's too much
It's on
damn
fire.
wicker on it.
Yeah. So much damn lacquer on that
Lacquer,
thing.
Bolsonaro then doubled down, saying Macron should think. He should think 2-3 times before he attempts to get out of the complicated situation he is in, with huge disapproval within his own country by messing with us.
Yeah, something that Bolsonaro never does is think twice or 3 times. He makes his decision up immediately and sticks with it.
And if you're telling
also, have you listened to him speak? Because it's exactly the same as the Rodrigo Duterte.
No, well, I mean, two peas in a pot. That's like the Donald Trump and Boris Johnson thing going on there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I imagine
same,
aggressive.
same guy. Spider-Verse into the.
I would
Spider-Verse.
love to go on vacation with those dudes. I don't want to be friends with them, but
All 4 of those guys
oh my
on a
God.
vacation. Talk about
As long
talk
as you
about
don't have
fun.
sensitive ears, because there's probably going to be some machine gun fire going on. But
a lot of
Other
locker
than
room
that-
talk, a lot of guns,
a lot of butts.
A lot of Duterte telling you how he became ungay,
Don't have any respect for women on
how
those
he
trips.
undid his gay with sex.
Bolsonaro has also said that if the countries of the G7 create an alliance to aid the fires, it would be like they were treating Brazil as a colony or no man's land and attack the country's sovereignty. And I think he's just protesting a little too much. I think he's just what
He's
he
like,
meant to
we
say.
can do it on our own.
Right,
yeah, sure.
Don't want to make him look like a guy who just can't get the job done, or I don't want to humiliate the guy after
He's like,
all.
we will send Anderson Silva in, and he will take care of it.
Yeah. So some people think that leaders are exaggerating the crisis to gain some kind of foreign control over the Amazon, which isn't a crazy thought.
Who thinks that?
Some foreign ministry aid of Brazil.
Jesus.
Yeah. But we'll keep you posted on the level of Bolsonaro's ego versus his care for
God.
the rainforest.
That's the fires are either burning or they're not. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
We should get it predicted next time Bolsonaro gives an interview. How many times does he mention his own name?
How many times he says Bolsonaro?
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Full
that.
name.
Meanwhile, something the media is not giving any attention to is the fact that Brazil is actually not the site of the most out-of-control fires in the world right now. No, that honor goes to Angola, followed by the Congo, Democratic Republic Congo, whatever it's called now.
Thank you, Wes.
In Angola, 7,000 fires are raging out of control compared to just 2,000 in Brazil. Perhaps the president of Angola should call Melania a floozy or something for the way she looked at Trudeau. Maybe he'll get some more attention and aid for his country.
There's nothing he could do to get more attention or aid
No,
for his country.
nobody cares.
No one cares.
Nobody
about
can
it.
compete with Bolsonaro,
Angola.
anyways. I mean, that guy is just all over the charts.
Yeah,
when
you're
it
already in
comes to-
Africa and then fires.
Bolsonaro's got to be our new favorite guy. He's my new favorite guy.
He's hyping it up. I mean, the hype on him is
He's
incredible.
handsome. He's a strong leader.
Got a hot wife.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's got it all. So going to the
The
internet.
better of the Googles, I'll be honest.
Going to the internet, Dominic Pernomo says, I mean, the $22 million is a joke. Netflix paid $100 million for the rights to stream Friends, to put that in perspective. So,
Yeah.
Thanks, Dominic.
He was like one of the 5 million people that copied that and then posted it.
Yeah,
I
he's
saw
one of-
that tweet
yeah.
like 50 times.
yeah, he's one of the guys sending me the Forbes article.
Thanks, Dominic. First of all, it's one of the top 5 sitcoms of all time. So, come on.
You're a Friends guy?
Of course I'm a Friends guy. I'm also a Seinfeld guy and other things too. But yes, that's a guilty pleasure of mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have thought that about you.
Sorry.
I guess that's why you found a spouse.
Sorry.
I guess that's why I'm single.
Sorry, fans of mine.
Also, Kip Sears says, Christ on a cracker, Brazil actually has a president who is crazier than ours. And to that, Annie Gris de Carvalho says, in Brazil, we don't say Christ on a cracker. We say Jesus no goibiera. And I think it's beautiful.
Well, you said it decently.
Decently. So that's how you say Christ on a cracker in Brazil.
I don't know if I'm willing to say Bolsonaro takes the hype crown from Trump, though.
I don't know. Bolsonaro is currently my favorite guy.
Not yet. I mean, he is owning Macron pretty badly.
He literally he fired the head of his Space Force for giving him intel he didn't like.
I'm all in on the bullying of Macron. I think it's my favorite thing of the week.
All right,
All right, let's take it over to the news buffet. First up, let's talk political wagers, shall we?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
First off, if you didn't know already, we use predictit.org for all of our political wagers. And if you go to predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20, you can get $20 matched on your first deposit. So let's talk about this week's bets. First up, the Mississippi governor race, or runoff. It was a very close call, but as we predicted on our second try, Tate Reeves, the Gentile ginger himself, has won the Mississippi governor runoff.
Yes, and I won some money on that because I made the right bet. I just made a mistake the first day, but then I corrected it many times.
Run it down for us. You very cocksuredly told our listeners what the lock was.
I read the data correctly and then just read the names inversely.
Yeah.
And then
that's easy to do with a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I got to say, this is huge progress for redheads in the state of Alabama.
But my tip for a 10 to 15% band didn't win. 5 to 10% won, but the 10 to 15% band went from 10 cents when I told you to buy it up all the way to 75 cents, progressively up, and then 2 hours before it closed, it was at like 67 cents. So if you bought it and sold it, you could have made 5-6 times your money.
It's a mortgage payment right there, boys.
Yeah, could have made some coin.
Hopefully somebody did.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody did. Okay, now a little game I like to call to fade or not to fade. That is the question.
Love it.
With the top Democratic candidates. So we're talking about the Dems who have a shot to be the Democratic candidate for president. First up, Liz Warren. You can buy her yes at 33 cents. You can buy her no, and that's a fade at 68 cents. Fade or not to fade?
I'm saying you fade it. There's no chance Warren wins the nomination. And it's not because she might, well, no one likes her.
I disagree.
I'm with you, Pat.
I disagree. I think she definitely wins the nomination. I think only Yang.
Wow.
I think only Yang could beat her, so I'd say not fade here.
So you think she definitely wins the nomination and then Trump just landslides?
Unless Yang comes up, which he has plenty of time to do, yeah, I think that she's the front runner for the foreseeable
Trump's
future.
already got her number. The Pocahontas thing.
I didn't say she's going to win the presidency.
Right.
I'm saying the
Right,
Democratic
so you're saying
nomination.
she'll be a
Yes.
sacrificial lamb, essentially.
Well,
All right.
I think everyone is.
Next up, fade or not to fade. Biden, by yes, it's 26 cents. By no, it's 75 cents. So that's a fade at 75 cents if you want.
Fade.
I'm saying pick it. I'm deep in the Biden game right now. I think Biden's got the only shot.
You think he's going to come back from what he's been doing?
Pat's saying buy low on Biden. That's a strategy a lot of people are going
He's
with.
tied for number one.
Just you and Pat.
Look,
he's
tied,
been my pick from the beginning.
Not
but-
just me and Pat.
he's tied for
He is
number
fine.
one with Warren and Bernie right now in the polls. They're going into the debates. Bernie's going to crazy himself out. We know that.
So is Biden.
No.
Biden's a week away from kidnapping Bill de Blasio's black children and being like, look, I love black people.
Yeah,
He's
you're
having a hard time
having
keeping
a hard
his
time.
words
Can we get a
together.
predicted up on that?
Yeah. That would be.
They're my
he's-
kids now.
He's definitely having trouble with his words. Okay,
is.
next up, Bernie Sanders. We were just talking about him. Buy yes at 17 cents. You can fade him at 84 cents, but at that rate, you'd basically have to be slam dunk for sure, and you put all your money into
If
it.
you got deep pockets and predict it, fade. But
Right.
84 cents is a
I don't even
high.
think so. It's not worth the risk because Sanders could, I guess, technically, like go on a tear. I mean,
Nah.
maybe.
Sanders ain't winning.
Maybe he'll find a temple and drink the fountain of youth.
Maybe he'll kill
Again.
Biden and Warren.
Yeah.
Okay. So we think
He's
it's
out.
probably a no for sure, but
Yeah.
don't fade it. It's too expensive. Okay, Yang. He's the same rate as Harris right now. Yang Gang, 12 cents to buy yes, 89 cents to fade, which again, pretty
Too
much
high.
worthless to fade.
Too high
But
to
what do
fade.
you guys think about the buy yes?
Too high to fade. I love the buy yes on Yang.
Yeah, you can make a little bit of money. He's going to go up, I think.
I also love the buy
Yes,
yes.
you
on
can
Yang.
buy yes and sell at a minimum.
Which brings me to my point about where the smart money is right now, Will. I mean, I think the top Democratic nominees right now, it's a crowded market. Where your cash can really be made is buying Yang or Buttigieg or Booker and just not waiting until the end, but selling when their
They get
their
that
price
bump,
goes up.
yeah.
I think
if you think somebody's going to have a hot September debate, that's a great strategy.
That's true. Either Buttigieg or Booker, if they have a hot debate, will shoot up. I think Yang is going to continue to shoot up for a little while.
Let me ask you guys your opinion. So remember when last election when Bernie had the social media grassroots thing going for him, and you kind of feel it?
Yeah, that's Yang.
Right, it's Yang, right? That's what I was
Yang.
going to ask.
That's Yang.
Is there anyone even close to that? I feel like
yeah,
No,
but just
no.
like Bernie, he's going to be trampled by the process.
Yeah, we're talking about the Democratic nomination here, not the winning the presidency.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
We're
correct.
not there yet. All right.
Yep.
I love
Okay.
it. To fade or not to fade. Good segment.
That's
for
it. That's it. That's done.
All right, guys. So Tropical Storm Dorian is being a real bag of dicks as it continues to make its way east unnuked.
Damn it.
I know it's not fair. Solution.
Well, listen,
Problem.
I've never met a person named Dorian, but I know one Dorian Gray from 50 Shades of Grey, and that guy is a real asshole and dominant and smashes everything in its path. So it's not good news to name your hurricane Dorian.
He sounds like a name Satan would name like his third son.
Yeah, right.
Damien,
Damien's gone.
Damien's taken.
Jacob's gone.
Little Lucifer's gone.
Anyway, guys, our favorite citizens to forget about in Puerto Rico are battening down the hatches in anticipation for the storm, which is expected to track near or just south of Puerto Rico on Wednesday. The impending storm prompted Governor Wanda Vasquez. Remember her? She was a lady that said she did not want the job, but would take it. I guess she got it.
She was the only one not in the text thread.
Yeah, anyway, so sometimes it pays to not be popular. Wanda declared a state of emergency, which she did via executive order on Monday. So
This sucks. It sucks for Puerto Rico.
it sucks big time. And
I'm going on a cruise out of Puerto Rico in about 11 months, and
well,
Yeah.
hey guys, I really hope that it's okay for you, Mark, when you get there in 11
no,
months.
I know
but-
some people from Puerto
that a
Rico.
missionary
We know some
cruise?
people from Puerto Rico. Is it a missionary cruise?
Look, I feel like
Jesus.
I feel like someone should tell Dorian that the timing of his unannounced visit is not ideal because roughly 30,000 homes on Puerto Rico still have blue tarps as roofs after
Yeah.
Maria came through and trashed the place back in September 2017.
Yeah, they're not ready for another one of
Yes,
those.
not to mention, guys, that even the slightest rainfall to this day has been known to disrupt the power grid. Thanks a lot, Elon Musk.
Well, hopefully it doesn't hit the island straight on.
Yeah, but still, it's gonna. Even that's what I'm saying. Even rain fucks up their power grid. Thanks, Elon.
Yeah, help him out, Elon.
But guys, in other hurricane-related news, President Trump took to Twitter this week, making it very clear over the course of 3 non-consecutive tweets stretched out over the course of 3 days that he never suggested fighting potential U.S.-bound hurricanes by blowing them up with nuclear weapons.
Oh.
Yeah, he kicked.
We reported he did.
I know. He
Well, that we reported that people reported that.
Sure.
Yeah. He kicked his tweet hurricane, if you will, off late Sunday night saying, the story by Axios that President Trump wanted to blow up large hurricanes with nuclear weapons prior to reaching the shore is ridiculous. I never said that, just more fake news. I want to point out there that President Trump referred to him in the third and first person there. That was pretty good.
Bolsonaro's like, well tweeted.
I know, well tweeted, well done. Then on Monday night, Trump tweeted, just returned to Washington from France and the very successful G7, only to find out that the fake news is still trying to perpetuate the phony story that I wanted to use nuclear weapons to blow up hurricanes before they reach the shore. This is so ridiculous, never happened.
Yeah. And I hope Macron's wife gets over her common cold.
Yes.
Well, yeah. And in Trump's defense, there
arthritis.
is nothing worse. Nothing worse than turning off your airplane mode after a flight to see the fake news breathing down your neck.
That's true.
It's just got to be a terrible feeling.
That's true. But then
That's a good point, Will.
Then Trump did some stuff for a while, and then he went back to the well Tuesday afternoon, tweeting Axios, whatever that is, sat back and said, gee, let's see. What can we make up today to embarrass the president? Then they said, quote, why don't we say he wants to drop a bomb on a hurricane? That should do it. The media in our country is totally out of control.
They got him triggered.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but it sounds to me like he definitely didn't suggest nuking hurricanes in that meeting.
Oh, we got to get to the bottom. What the fuck was Axios talking about? Was there a quote?
He did. I mean, it sounds like he did suggest it, but he's embarrassed about it. I think he should just not be embarrassed about
I
it.
will say, guys, to
go for it.
Trump's credit, I didn't bring this up when I covered the story earlier in the week. Trump suggesting, if he did, nuking hurricanes is not the first time that's been suggested by a U.S. president. I think the last one was about 50 years ago.
He didn't
but-
say final answer. He just
No.
talked about it.
Yeah.
All right, good news, guys. I've got another Epstein story. According
awesome.
woo! According to a report, the FBI is likely to examine any emails Prince Andrew may have exchanged with Jeffrey Epstein as part of its ongoing probe into Epstein's alleged sex trafficking ring.
I don't think they need to do that. I can tell you exactly what the email said.
But they should probably just arrest him.
Yeah, something
A
along the
source-
lines of, do you have
Is he
them?
related? Is he related to Prince Albert?
I don't have all that information.
Know what I'm saying? Like a dick piercing?
No.
Oh, like the Prince Albert dick piercing.
Yes.
But it-
Gotcha.
Nailed it.
I think he might have a Prince Albert. A source said a forensic sweep of emails will tell if Epstein's friends knew anything incriminating, and if interesting emails from the Duke of York himself are found, he could be asked to give the FBI his own computers. The report went on to say he's only had 4 months now to remove all incriminating data, so maybe he's an idiot. Like, what are you gonna grab his computers for? He's got like everyone in England's removed the
They
data.
wrote him a letter to let him know that they're coming to get his computers.
I don't think his emails might have a trail, but I don't think his computers have anything in the hard drives. Virginia Giuffre, something like that. One of Epstein's sex teens has claimed numerous times that she was coerced by Epstein to have sex with the Duke of York, Prince Andrew, multiple times. She's claimed this as recently as yesterday and consistently since 2011, including a December 2014 court filing where she alleged that she was made to have sex with Prince Andrew and other friends of Epstein. So that must have been fun for her, if that's true. Prince Andrew has denied all these claims vehemently, but based on a picture of the two of them from the late 90s or early 2000s, I'd say he at least got to second base. He had his arm wrapped pretty tight around her lower hips and buttocks, and she was a lot younger than him in the picture.
Oh, man.
Really no reason for that picture.
What was she doing there?
Yeah, exactly.
What's up with these guys taking pictures of these girls that they're buying from Epstein?
They're probably like, there's no such thing as the cloud.
Yeah, this was early internet, Will.
Yeah,
they didn't know.
Like fake it. Like, hey, mom, check out my new
They're
girlfriend.
like, we're going to live forever. We'll never get
They
caught.
didn't know about the cloud. Yeah.
Andrew said in a statement last Saturday that he made Epstein's acquaintance in 1999 and saw him once or twice each year after that.
For sex.
Yeah, the prince also said he stayed at several of Epstein's homes.
For sex.
Anyone can prove, he means.
Yeah, he said that he did not see, witness, or suspect any behavior of the sort that subsequently led to Epstein's arrest and conviction, and admits it was a mistake to see him after his release from prison in 2010.
But he just got it again.
Yeah,
Of course not. Yeah, this guy hung out with Epstein on the
Right.
only nights he ever was alive where he didn't bang underage women.
Right, but how can you resist that good that Epstein has?
That's true. It's hard. It's hard to say no.
All those lavish
Yeah.
no-sex parties. That
He's
he
like,
threw.
hey, look, it's 2010. You've gone to jail, and the cloud is starting to exist. So we're gonna have to be a little more careful.
We got to be quick here.
Yeah.
One last ride. Come on, Jeff.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's keep it with a guy that definitely knows a good time when he sees it. Northern Nevada land and brothel baron Lance Gilman. He's taking a stand. He wants more respect for the brothel industry as a whole, and he's not kidding around about it.
Go off,
Very
King.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go off.
He said this at an open house that he hosted for the media out of the goodness of his own heart at his Mustang Ranch brothel. He just hosted it just so he could tell the people
Classic
how he
name.
feels.
That's a tough sell to your editor. I gotta go.
Well,
boss.
sometimes you got to go hear Lance speak his mind. He said, quote, "Throw the doors open. I believe in it, and I'm so proud of it, and I'm so aware of the benefits that it brings to the community, and especially the ladies and the customers."
He's got firsthand information.
There you go.
That's right. My legacy is I want to take that to the next level.
Oh, God.
I want to see more understanding of the folks that are out there, a better respect for it as an industry. If I can leave it a better place than I found it, then I'll have achieved my vision.
Can you imagine a brothel owner demanding respect from like people?
Right.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing.
He's saying, hey, you got to respect me. I'm part of the community, bro.
I'm a person too.
I'm surprised that when that you said that his reference to next level was respect for the industry. I was thinking something like
I'm
new
sure next
toys.
level means in all phases.
Oh, okay.
All
It's like
phases.
a chess
he wants
grandmaster, a professor, and then a brothel owner on a panel.
Oh yeah.
more
I belong here.
services, more respect,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, Gilman bought the Mustang Ranch from the government on eBay in 2003.
Incredible.
And he insists that the way he runs his brothels is the way to go. Even safer and better than fully legalized prostitution where you could just pay a woman for straight up sex anytime, anywhere. Gilman not only bought a brothel on eBay somehow, but he also sold all the land to Tesla for their Gigafactory. So he must know what he's talking about at least a little bit. I'm going to try and reach out to this guy, see if he needs campaign advisors, because we did, escort the ghost of Dennis Hoff to a landslide victory in the state assembly.
That's true. We had
last fall.
We still have like a
So-
shrine for him somewhere in here. eBay's got to regret that sale, right?
I don't think so. That's got to go down as the best eBay purchase of all time.
eBay was just the purveyor of the sale.
Yeah.
The government was selling it
Right.
on eBay.
The government was selling it.
Right.
It's legal.
Yeah, the Bureau of Land Management was selling an old brothel.
Can you
on
imagine
eBay.
his pre-brothel wife like, "What are you doing over there? I'm just messing around on eBay, honey."
eBay's like, oh God, we got a return from this crazy guy that tried to buy a brothel from the government. We got to deal with.
I'm about to change our lives, sweetheart.
Hey, I got a used brothel. It's
What a
not,
buy.
It's not what I thought it was.
Oh, by the way, he outbid Dennis Hoff on that 2003 eBay bid.
Oh man,
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is going to have to work extra hard in September's debate after losing one restaurateur's vote. This after Bernie was, quote, rude and cranky to his servers when Sanders visited the 111-year-old John's Grill in San Francisco.
he was like, how long does it take to get soup around here?
Yeah. Bernie was dining in the famous joint over the weekend with about 50.
Hold up. Bernie is just like, you just said this place is 111 years old. He just gets mad if the building is older than he is.
Right. Bernie was
Like,
there
he
for
can't
the
be
grand
anywhere
opening.
where he's not the oldest thing.
Bernie was their second customer.
Right.
He's testing the chairs. Yeah, Bernie was dining in the famous joint over the weekend with 15 members of his staff, and according to the establishment's owner, John Constine, Bernie wasn't interested in shaking hands or taking photos with the staff. So
He just wanted the soup.
he just wanted the soup. Constine told Politico, quote, "It was very nice and all, except for cranky Bernie. I think he was just hungry and didn't want to be a politician. He lost my vote."
It's 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Let's get it going.
To Constine, I got to say,
Right. It's 3:55.
Yeah, the early bird.
Dinner was 20 minutes ago.
If you don't ring it in, I don't get the early bird.
yeah, no shit. He was hungry, Constine. He was at your fucking restaurant to eat.
Yeah, that's a bad excuse.
Yeah, John essentially gave a reasonable explanation for why Bernie was cranky, maybe on top of the likely possibility that he may have missed his nap, and then he roasted him for it.
I just don't know why he didn't let me and all of my servers just fawn over him for an hour before we fed him.
Yeah, because he's 87 years old.
Yeah. All right. There's another awesome convention that's just happening that we are going to miss, guys. We got to start hitting these convention tours a little harder in Q4 2019. I'm telling you. Hundreds of beer can collectors are heading to New Mexico for Canvention, which starts this Thursday.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, the hardcore hobbyists from around the world will be attending the 49th Annual Brewery Collectibles Club of America, where people meet, trade, and swap antique beer cans. They also
You
will
gotta
be...
be, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what they do. 49 times.
You gotta love beers a lot to trade the cans.
Yeah, I think that's the case because they also will be sampling all Albuquerque's locally brewed beers and probably their homegrown prostitutes there in Albuquerque, too. I think it's like Sex Island for old, fat white men.
Where are you going, honey? I'm going to the can convention.
You know I'm going to the can
You know how I feel about cans.
Then I go to the doctor, and then I wear a condom for a month. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor. Like Canvention, we have hundreds of people that have already RSVP'd for our live beer event, our Power Hour at Austin, Texas's own Eastside Tavern on September 4th, which involves us drinking 7.5 beers in an hour, one shot every minute for an hour. Not a lot of can swapping, more of a strictly recycling event, but it's going to be a fucking riot, so make sure to RSVP, attend anyways if you don't, or watch our live stream next Wednesday night. We have another live event, our live Democratic debate show on September 12th at Axelrad Beer Garden, which also will have hundreds of live attendees and be streaming online. Then it is looking like we are going to Barstool HQ the following week to fuck up their happy workspace and stick our mugs on camera as often as possible and interrupt several radio shows. So big September coming for us. We could not have done it without the support from you. So congratulate yourselves by most importantly having a great fucking day.
Yeah.